My name is Mackenzie Laney, and I will be your moderator today. We will be debating whether Martin Luther was a villain or a hero. Two teams are going to be debating today. Team 1 is Olivia and Aubrey, and they will be arguing if he was good. Team 2 is Anna and Rachel, and they will be arguing that he was a villain. Now I will give each team 10 seconds to explain their case.
My partner Aubrey and I will be arguing that Martin Luther was a hero. Martin Luther was so important because, for one, he helped form the birth of the Reformation. He's also, in fact, was the most written man in history.
I will be on the good side of Martin Luther because his ideas spread like wildfires. He was such an inspiration that tons of people followed and supported him. He made many great speeches, writings, and ideas. He was very passionate about his beliefs.
My partner Rachel and I will be representing Martin Luther as a villain because of his enormous negative impact on society and backstabbing qualities. Although he did spread a revolution for new upcomings, he failed to support the people that stood by him. Like, he did not support the peasants' revolt that caused the murder of roughly 100,000 peasants.
Because of the fact that he didn't support his followers, it led to the killing of 100,000 peasants, and then later on in history, his words were used to kill even more people.
Wow, that got dark. Let's move on. Okay, so to decide who goes first, we are going to flip a coin. Rachel, call it in the air.
Tails!
It's heads. So Aubrey and Liv will go first. The first question is, do you think Martin Luther's childhood made him grow up into a worse or better person?
I feel that Martin Luther's childhood shaped him to be a good person. Because of the abuse from his parents, he knew he needed to be a better person than they were. He was such an inspiration because of what his parents did. They pushed him to do his best, and something good came out of that. His parents forcing him to become a lawyer helped him gain fame. And if he never had gone to school as a lawyer, he never would have been caught in the thunderstorm that inspired him to become a monk. This changed him and his beliefs about the church. So everything his parents did led up to him becoming a great public figure.
I think his childhood made him a good person because, as a kid, he had a hard life with abuse. But since then, Martin Luther did become a better person than his parents ever were, and now has made so much good change in the world today. Good things with education and translating the Bible.
Okay, Team 2, would you like to go against that?
Yes. The abuse from Luther's parents impacted him in a very negative way, and that was a part of the reason why he is a bad person. He feared his parents so much that when he went away for college, he considered his 3 friends his only family. When they died, he felt he had nothing left to lose, so when he was caught in a storm one night and was praying to God to save him and promised he would become a monk if he did, and he later survived, he believed it was God. When he had to tell his father he was quitting law school, his father went crazy. He basically had no contact with his parents ever again, and he definitely needed them then and before that.
Take care of himself at all. He would beat himself, starve himself, etc. He did these things because, as a monk, that's what they did to express their faith. And even though that's what monks did, he went beyond the extremes of even the normal. But he thought this was okay because he was doing it for God, and the effects of how his parents treated him when he was growing up influenced his future, and in the end, how he treated himself and others.
Now for the next question. In what ways did Martin Luther impact our society today? Rachel and Anna, you are up first.
Luther negatively impacted our society today because of his effects on trading and manufacturing. One reason why trading and manufacturing decreased was because of the population decline in towns and villages. The population decline happened because of Luther's impact on politics and the economy. The trading and manufacturing decrease hurt the economy an enormous amount since politics and societies were all negatively affected.
Martin Luther impacted our society today because not only did he completely change religion, which made an impact on the lives of every single person, but also because of his connection to the Holocaust. Hitler thought of Martin Luther as a role model. He used Martin Luther's words in his speeches to push forward what we know now as the Holocaust. Luther wrote down every single thought, belief, and story and moment throughout his life. And because of the printing press, those beliefs were spread throughout the world. Because of this, he had an influence on so many people, and his beliefs were spread and worshipped. So his anti-Semitic views, and him thinking of Jews as vermin or the devil, and him truly believing that they were the spawn of Satan, disgusting creatures, and that shouldn't walk the earth, this caused them to be rubbed off onto other people. Because these people viewed him as such a person of high power, they didn't know better than to worship this hate that he had, like how they worshipped everything else he said. So Hitler used this to his advantage, and when he quoted Martin Luther, people trusted him because of how inspirational Luther was. Why would they ever think to not trust Hitler? He quoted this amazing person. If Luther said it must be true, right? Wrong. He believed his beliefs were superior over everyone else's. Judaism contradicts that. So in return, he despised Jews and Judaism so much, he even said that Jewish houses should be razed and destroyed. A true believer in God would accept any person no matter what race or religion they are, because God would do the same. Martin Luther not accepting Jews during this time cost them their lives later in history at the hand of Hitler.
Okay, now for Olivia and Aubrey's turn.
Martin Luther impacted our society in many ways. For one, he created schools that allowed girls to join. He thought that girls should have the same education as boys, and also thought they should be able to study the Bible as well. Also, without Martin Luther's teachings and writings, lots of people would not know how to learn, read, and understand the Bible. As a college professor, teaching students to learn about the Bible was his job. Without his teachings, fewer people would be able to understand and read the Bible. Martin Luther set such an impact not only to students, but also adults.
Martin Luther impacted our society today because without him translating the Bible, it would have taken much longer for the world to understand how to read it. He wanted to rescue it from the Roman Catholic Church.
Luther into a worse or better person.
Becoming a monk formed Martin Luther into a worse person. He became so occupied with religion, that's all he focused on. He wanted to change religion because of how unfair everything was, but he made some aspects worse. For example, hanging the 95 Theses on the church door. If he didn't become a monk, he wouldn't have known the secrets behind the Catholic Church going on at the time. But when he nailed the 95 Theses on the door, so many things went wrong. Martin Luther almost got himself killed multiple times because of this.
I think becoming a monk made Martin Luther so incredibly hyper-focused on religion and proving himself to God. He took it so seriously and in translation abused his own body to express his obsession he had with the idea of heaven and hell. Even though he did have a mom and dad, the only true family he had was his college roommates, and after they died, he became a monk. I truly do believe the effect of that death of his only true family members grew this obsession he had. I think that the beliefs of the monks and how they would abuse themselves, like barely eating, freezing themselves, and whipping each other, maybe didn't make Martin Luther a bad person, but indefinitely affected his decisions in life.
Okay, Aubrey and Olivia, what is your opinion?
Martin Luther becoming a monk was one of the best decisions he could have made. Becoming a monk, it helped him shape his ideas and new understandings of the church. Without becoming a monk, he would not be the person he is today, and he would never have been such an important topic in history. Becoming a monk was the first thing that helped Martin Luther set his priorities straight about the church. Once he was a monk, he realized everything that was wrong and knew he needed to fix it. That is why Martin Luther is one of the most talked about people in history.
Becoming a monk formed him into a better person because it encouraged him to make better decisions for himself and others. This includes allowing girls to be able to go to school and learn different types of education. Also, he translated the Bible so other people can read it and also become better people.
This was a really close one. I am undecided and cannot declare a winner. Martin Luther did many good and bad things, and in the end, he was a very complex person. I believe he was a hero and a villain.
Welcome
To the debate. Okay, next question. Did becoming a monk form Martin Luther?
Sorry, that was too funny.
Okay.
Becoming a mark.
Wow. This is a close one. I'm undecided.
Let's just redo that. Wow. This is a close
She
one.
goes. It was just like also better people.
Wow. Good morning. My name is Mackenzie Laney, and I will be your moderator today. We will be debating. Stop it.
What?
What? Nobody's doing anything.
Just nobody look at her. Because